You know, I love root beer floats. There are few treats in the world that can top a root beer float for me. Creamy, melting ice cream with cold brew root beer flowing in and around it. It's just awesome. Perfect on a summer day. There can actually only be one thing better than a foaming root beer float, and that is a free root beer float. You might not think that one exists, but I assure you that it does. Actually, a couple of years ago, I was just getting out of service on Sunday, and I got a text from a friend that said, "Free root beer floats at Sonic." Honestly, I was a little upset with my friend. First of all, because at the time I didn't have text and it was going to cost me a quarter. And secondly, because it's not very nice to play a prank like that on a guy who really likes root beer floats. Well, shortly after I got the text, however, a guy I didn't even know ran past me, yelling, "Free root beer floats at Sonic." I thought to myself, no way. But now my interest was piqued. The skeptical side of me was saying, this is just some kind of bait and switch promotional tactic where they give you a free float after you purchase about $10 worth of food, you know. But the sweet tooth side of me was saying, we better go check this out, just in case. So, off to the local Sonic we go. I pull up to Sonic and there was no sign, just a steady stream of cars lining the drive-thru. So I lean out my window and ask a complete stranger, "Are they really giving away free root beer floats here?" Sure enough, he responded with a nod. Unbelievable, I thought. But now, with assured expectations, I rolled through the drive-thru and picked up my very own free root beer float. For some reason, free always tastes better. I don't know what that is, but at that moment, I remember thinking to myself, I've got to go tell my friends about this. So I got on the phone and started calling everyone I knew, and I was met with the same cynicism that I had, but I did break through to a couple of them. And as I came to a light, I saw some people walking on the side of the road, and with float in my hand, I caught their attention and let them know that there is this delectable treat just a couple blocks away. I was so amazed at this discovery that I'm sure I made a fool of myself telling everyone I came in contact with that night, and even going out of my way to let people know. There's no doubt a free root beer float is a great gift, but that night I remember thinking to myself, if I can get so excited about a root beer float which is consumable, and I'm willing to make a fool of myself to tell others about this temporary delight, then why is it so hard for me to tell others about this gift of Jesus has to offer? A gift that is much more substantial, one that unlocks the doors to the true joys of this life and offers life eternal. The gift of grace that was freely given was never meant to be consumed and forgotten, but rather received and shared with others. Have you tasted the grace of Jesus? Why not spread the good news?